Good morning, and thank you for tuning into my channel where I can keep you in the know. As a registered tax preparer, I'm keeping you in the know this morning regarding the stimulus payments. So please hit like and subscribe so I can continue to bring important updates to you as they become available. Millions of Americans have already received their stimulus payments, and many payments are still being rolled out. These checks are automatically being deposited to bank accounts now. According to the Treasury Secretary, Stephen Mnuchin, on April 15th, today, they expect to release 80 million checks to Americans. Hopefully, you will be within that number. But if you're not within that number, I have some important information to share with you so you know what next steps you need to take. The Americans that have already received their stimulus payments are the Americans that have filed either a 2018 or a 2019 tax return and have provided their direct deposit information to the Internal Revenue Service. If you have not received your payment, it may be because your direct deposit information has not been provided to the Internal Revenue Service. Also, recipients of Social Security benefits will also receive their payments directly on the same source that they receive their Social Security benefits to. But if you have not filed within the last 2 tax filing years or within those 2 tax filing years, you have not provided banking information to the Internal Revenue Service, then your payment cannot be sent via direct deposit. And I will be providing information on how you can change that, because otherwise a check will be sent to you if you're eligible for the stimulus. If you need to know whether or not you are eligible to receive a part of the $2 trillion stimulus package that was signed by the president last month, I have included the links at the end of this video, and you can review that information also. If you are a non-filer, what's considered a non-filer is someone that is not required to file a tax return. That would be like individuals whose income is so low that they typically do not file a tax return. So if that includes you, the IRS has released a web portal where you can register and provide information to verify your identity so that you can receive a stimulus check. I have also put that information in the links following this video. You would have to provide your information, some basic information, name, address, social security, date of birth, and then they will ask you some identifying questions. You're going to provide your information, the name and information of your dependents, if they're eligible to receive under you, and then you can register to go ahead and receive the stimulus payment if you have not received it. And those links will also be available following this video. Today, the Internal Revenue has tweeted that they are going live and releasing another Get My Payment portal. On this portal, you will be able to go in and register by providing basic information, same name, address, identifying information, and you will be able to provide direct deposit information to the Internal Revenue if they do not already have that information on file for you. If you filed your tax return for 2018 or 2019 and provided banking information to the Treasury Department, then you cannot change this information by this portal. And the reason for that is to prevent fraud. So if they already have bank information on file for you, you can't use this portal to change it. But if no information has been provided by you for direct deposit, meaning you were someone that has not filed the tax return or for the 2018 or 2019 years, or you are someone that in past tax years you owed taxes. so you did not give them your banking information for a direct deposit because you had to pay the Internal Revenue, then you can use this portal to go ahead and provide your banking information so that you do not have to wait on a check to be mailed out to you, so that you can have your funds directly deposited into your account. You'll be able to do that today. That is what was tweeted and what was stated. Also, you can use this portal. You can use this portal to not only provide the direct deposit information, but you also can use this portal to go ahead and change your address. If your address needs to be changed with the Internal Revenue, you can go ahead and change your address using this portal. So that link is available to you also at the end of this video. So you will be finding that information available. The Internal Revenue will be sending letters out by mail. Once your direct deposit is made, they will mail you a letter notifying you how your direct deposit was sent and where it was sent to. Or if a check is mailed to you, they will notify you by letter afterwards telling you a check was mailed to you at this address and when it was mailed to you. They will be mailing you verification of your payment once it has been submitted. And if you did not receive your payment, for instance, if your bank account information has changed, or if you moved, you did not receive your payment that was sent, the letter will instruct you what to do next. So hopefully that's not your situation and you will be able to receive your payment. But if not, just expect a letter from the Internal Revenue and they will advise you what to do next. But as of now, you can go in, use the irs.gov site, go to the link, get my payment, and use that to update your address or to provide banking information if you have not previously provided that information to the Internal Revenue. The Treasury Department is stating that receiving your payment by direct deposit is the safest, most efficient way to receive your payment. So again, they are encouraging you to go onto this site and provide your banking information so that your payment can be direct deposited instead of having a check mailed to you. And this brings me to the next update. If you do not have a bank account to have your payment direct deposited to, Cash App is now offering the services of direct deposit. You can now go to the Cash App if you already have a Cash App account, or if you do not have a Cash App account, you can go to Cash App, download the app, go ahead and register to get direct deposit. They will have to verify you. They will have to confirm your identity. But once that is done, they can set you up to receive direct deposits into your Cash App account. They will provide you with a routing number and an account number so that you can have direct deposits available to you. Again, the next item that we wanted to talk about today is a lot of people were concerned or had questions regarding if you receive your previous tax refunds on a tax debit card. For instance, H&R Block issues some debit cards for tax refund. Also, TurboTax, TaxAct, TaxHawk, a number of tax providers offer you the option of having your refund on a debit card. If you have received your most recent refund on one of these debit cards, that is also how your stimulus payment will be sent as well. The stimulus payment will be sent also on that direct debit card. So make sure you have access to that debit card. If not, you will receive the letter from the Internal Revenue advising you your funds were sent to that account and what you need to do if you have not received it or how to proceed from there. But according to the Treasury Department, today, April 15th, 80 million people should have received their direct deposit payment of the stimulus checks. If you have not received your direct deposit payments by today, April 15th, you can visit the Internal Revenue site, irs.gov, irs.gov, and you will go to the Get My Payment link, which works similar to the Where's My Check link, and you would indicate your information. It should be able to tell you the status of your payment. If your payment has not already been sent and you are scheduled to receive a check, you can go ahead and make changes to have it change over from a check to a direct deposit. But once your check is scheduled to go out, you will not be able to make changes on those links. So I encourage you to visit that site as soon as possible if you have not received your stimulus payment by today, April 15th, because it is stating that if you had information on file with the Internal Revenue, you should have received your direct deposit by today if you're in that first 80 million. The next set of checks that will go out will be on April 20th. That's next week. That batch of checks should include individuals who don't normally file tax returns, but they do receive Social Security benefits and they receive payments that way, or they may have provided their tax filings recently and the Internal Revenue didn't have their information. So that next batch of checks going out on April 20th would include some people that have filed the tax return, as well as a lot of Social Security recipients. They would be receiving their benefit, their stimulus payments by the same method that they receive their Social Security benefits. And if you are not in that batch that's going out April 20th, the batch going out the first week in May will be paper checks mailed to the address provided on the most recent tax returns. If you do not change your payment method to direct deposit prior to then, you will be scheduled to receive a paper check. You don't want to receive a paper check if you can help it, because as the Internal Revenue has stated, receiving a direct deposit is the safest, most efficient, cost-effective way to get your stimulus payment. Also, if you wait until May when paper checks are issued, those checks will only go out in increments of 5 million each week. 5 million may seem like a lot of checks going out, but when you consider the number of checks that they are expecting to issue, they are expecting to issue approximately 70 million paper checks. Of those 70 million paper checks that's expected to be issued, those will be sent out according to income, and it's going to go according to lowest income. So if you're in the middle or upper incomes, that's the longer it will take for you to receive your check. It's anticipated it could take months before all of the checks go out. So if you are needing your funds now or quicker than months, I suggest visiting the irs.gov website, which I have put the links in at the end of this video. The Treasury Department wants you to use direct deposit. If you need your check to go out now, I would suggest going directly to the Internal Revenue site, irs.gov, and providing your direct deposit information to prevent you from having to wait for a paper check to be sent out in May. The Treasury Department would prefer for you to receive direct deposit as opposed to a video. Here is what the Treasury Secretary had to say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President. As you announced, we are very pleased that we are ahead of schedule on delivering the economic impact payments. These were what was known as the checks in the mail that we want to deliver in direct deposit. This is ahead of schedule. We started processing those last Friday. We expect that over 80 million hardworking Americans will get the direct deposit by this Wednesday. And we know how important that is to all of those hardworking Americans, many of which are at home not working at the moment. If you do not...
Again, the Treasury Department wants your payments to be direct deposit as opposed to having a check mailed out to you. You still have time to provide your direct deposit information if it is not on file with the Internal Revenue. I'm including the links at the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the information in this video so I can continue to keep you in the know. And thank you again for watching.